All right, so I'm gonna get a formal intro out the way. My name is Keith. This is my YouTube channel. I'm a day trader. I trade options. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. And in year three, I'm finally starting to catch on, get some steam, get some consistent wins, and start on my road of consistent profitability. The reason why I'm starting this channel is because I want to document the trading journey from where I am now to where I will be in the future. I've come a long way in between the start of this and now. It's been a journey, uh, wins and losses, and a lot of lessons. A really important part of trading is your why, and what I'm doing here today is talking about my why. Like, why do I trade? Why did I get into trading? Why do I continue to trade? Uh, Sometimes in the wake of loss, financial loss, emotional instability, just the stuff that would otherwise make somebody else quit anything else. My why is the reason why I don't do that. My why is the reason why I wake up and get to it every day. So I grew up middle class, two parent household. It was myself and my older brother. My dad worked on the road for 25 years. He's actually about to retire in a couple months. So shout out to you, Pops. I'm proud of you. My mom worked in food service and held other jobs as well. We had everything we needed growing up, but we didn't have a lot of the things that we wanted. So I'm grateful for having the provision and having everything that I needed. However, I've always had an appetite to want more things, to have more than what was necessary. Like, of course, food, clothing, shelter, we had all that. Super grateful, but I wanted more. My examples were my parents, so I would see, my dad go to work, go to work, and go to work, and go to work, and my mom would go to work as well. But my dad was the one doing overtime. My dad was the one bringing home the big bucks, you could say, and he would get us the things that we needed, and he would get himself the things that he needed, but also get himself the things that he wanted. My first introduction to work equals money was my father. Now, he liked nice things, and that's where I get my affinity for nice things. That's where I get that from. I get it from him. So he would come home, he would have nice things, and if I wanted nice things, I would have to get a job and go get those. But I'm a child at this point. I can't get a job. I'm in school, but I wanted to look nice. I wanted to have this. I wanted to have like the nice things like he had, right? And I got stories. He got stories about that too. Not gonna get into that in this video. You may never know. I don't know how vulnerable I'm trying to get on this, but I was into sports growing up. My father introduced me and my brother to football, and come to find out, if you were good enough at professional sports, you could make a lot of money. You go to college, you could possibly go pro, and so on and so forth. Needless to say, I went pro, but not NFL pro. I went AFL pro, which was arena football. Not bad, but you couldn't get rich off the AFL. Phil Bogle, my coach in Philly, he would have this saying. He said, "Nobody's getting rich playing arena football," and that statement couldn't be more true, more accurate. It was an opportunity to continue to play after college, of course, but you wasn't about to make a living to where it was comparable to if you had an NFL salary, pension, all them other things. It was more so an opportunity to network and build a brand outside of football for after football ended, because it ends for everybody, everyone. Nobody plays football forever, so there's always life after, and you got to be ready for that. And in between, there was a year. I know I'm jumping around, but I'm a land. There was a year in between my last year of college to when I signed my AFL contract. I was driving armored trucks for this company, and I thought that was it. Like, college went by, I didn't get drafted. Um, it was like, all right, I guess I'm 9 and 5 in it. So cool. I'm driving armored trucks. I'm like, damn, this can't be life. Because again, still, like, I want more than what's presented to me. I want more than what I see on like the day to day in the area that I was from. I just didn't know. how to go about it. I didn't know how to attain it, but I knew I wanted it. And initially, I thought football was going to be that vehicle to take me where I needed to go. It wasn't. So I'm driving over trucks. I get a call or offer to go out to Pittsburgh and play what I think is a legit shot at playing arena football, getting some money out the deal. And I go. There's a whole story about that that I won't get into now, but just I'll do callbacks to the initial video when I get into that. So I ended up playing arena football for 6 years. I ended up playing arena football for 6 years. I made some great people, make some great connections, make a little bit of money in the process too. But after the Arena Football League folded in 2019, I want to say right before the pandemic happened. So right before the Arena Football League folded in 2019, I started working at a hospital. It was a very stable job, very stable job. And the good news is you can work as many hours as you want. Now, doing this callback to how I was raised and my indoctrination to work equal money, I thought that the more you work, the more hours you put in at work, the more money you would make. And I found myself, like my dad, working a lot of hours. I mean, I would do 16-hour days. 16-hour days, and I probably would sleep maybe 4.5 to 5 hours at night. Wake up, turn around, go. I just thought that was the way it was. So initially, I'm waiting to get a promotion and move up the ranks and maybe be a supervisor or whatever. You know what I mean? I wanted to do that, and I figured that that was the path to money. And the people there were hustlers, workaholics, things like that. So it was like I'm talking to people, I'm working with people who work there, who make it a practice to be there all the time, work there all the time. You have very little time for your personal life. You have very little time for social activities. You have very little time for anything. And I found myself not having a social life. I found myself my health was declining because again, lack of sleep. I wasn't really taking care of myself. And health is actually wealth. What ended up happening was I get introduced to trading, and I end up quitting my job. I end up quitting my job and going into trading full time, full because it's like I need to figure this out. I need this. You know what I mean? Because I saw what it was doing for other people, and I wanted it. I wanted that for myself. I saw what it was doing for other people. I wanted it for myself, and it was actually my girlfriend who introduced me to trading. Shout out to Chuck. It was my girlfriend who introduced me to trading, and what ended up happening was I joined a trading group. The trading group was like a signal group, and you sign on via Discord or via Patreon, and the person would send out plays. And basically, what the play is they post something. They post where they think the stock is going to go. You jump in either calls or puts, and then you ride the wave up until they tell you to get out, or they tell you that they sold or whatever. Initially, it worked. Initially, it worked because again, I was getting money, everything was cool. Where where it began to rub me the wrong way and make me uncomfortable is that I wanted to learn how to do it. I wasn't interested. Hold on. I wasn't interested in just getting plays, getting calls, getting puts, whatever. I equated it to like a fisherman giving out fish, as opposed to me wanting to learn how to fish and get my own fish. It wasn't educational. It was do what I say, you gonna make money, and it'll be all right. It wasn't personal, but that was the culture of that group. That wasn't for me. So what I ended up doing is jumped on YouTube, started researching, educating myself, downloading books, just like trying to like get it however I can. And I learned a lot along the way. A lot of resources we have at our disposal now wasn't really at the people who I've learned from via their YouTube videos, whatever books. trading psychology, all of that, it wasn't available back then. So I took full advantage of that. So I jumped into trading full time, then I ended up learning. I was so into it, or so like trying to make it happen, that I've made financial decisions that I'm too embarrassed to speak of right now. But again, call back. We'll get back to those financial decisions. But I lost thousands, thousands of dollars trading. Thousands of dollars. And Alex Hormozy talks about this. I don't know if he coined the term, if he came up with it, but I know when I heard it, he was talking about it. It's called uninformed optimism. And what uninformed optimism is when you see somebody doing something, or you see the fruits of somebody else's labor, you're like, wow, I really want to get into that. So you go get into that. And then when you go get into that, you're hit with the realization that you weren't you weren't abreast to all the things that go into making that a thing. Like you have uninformed optimism, so you just like you gung ho with it, and then you get informed pessimism. Informed pessimism is just like, oh, I'm in here, I'm doing X, Y, Z. Like it take all of this to get here. It's just like, yeah, by the way, there's a huge mountain for you to climb, and they don't talk about that when they show you the product, what it takes to make the product. They don't show you that. You gotta overcome so many things. You have to learn so many things, and on top of learning, you gotta conquer yourself. Whatever personal issues, demons that you got, ego problems, ego problems. That was my kryptonite. Ego problems. You got to get over that. You got to emotionally regulate yourself constantly. Risk assessment. All these things you have to do in order to become a better trader. And what I ended up doing was applying the lessons that I learned in sports to trading. It's all discipline, all of it. You you see something, you take the trade. You see a trade, you take the trade. Back testing, film, it all correlates. And once I made that connection to correlate whatever lessons, intangible lessons that I learned from sports into trading, made me a better trader. And it doesn't have to be trading, but whatever it is that you do, once you get the discipline part down, sky's the limit. I love the process of trading. The reason why is because I don't have a boss. I've never been good with bosses. I've been good with coaches. I've been good under leadership. Hold on, I don't know. I don't know if you. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube be like you can't show certain things. I'm not sure. We're gonna. I don't know. We'll handle it when we handle it. But yeah, I've never been good with bosses. Like a boss to answer to somebody is crazy. Um, Trading, you do not have a boss. It's you versus you. In trading, there's no workplace politics. I'll say that there's no workplace politics. There's no favorites. There's none of that. It's you versus you. Nobody's gonna hold you back from getting a certain position to hold you back from advancing, other than you. Is you in the charts. Is real simple, and the simplicity of it kind of is like the double edged sword, because it's you versus you. You can't blame nobody else. You can't hide either. Like your success or your failure completely hinges on you, your ability to stay in a moment and execute. That's all it is. My why is I want financial freedom. I want financial freedom. I want time freedom. If you think about working 16 hours a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. You work 16 hours in a day. And what, you come home every 2 weeks with a little under $2,000. It's like you giving days of your life you'll never get back. You giving days up. In trading, my best trading day in trading, a swing trade. I went to sleep. I woke up. The market opened. I made $6,000. Going to sleep and waking up, that completely changed my brain chemistry. It was like, oh, this is what that is. We this is I can't you can't go back. You can't go back after that. It radicalizes you in a way. So my why is I want that time freedom and that financial freedom. You hear traders talk about time freedom and financial freedom and travel from you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You answer the age old question, what would you do with your life if money wasn't an issue? The better I get at trading, the closer I get to answering that question. The answer is whatever I want to do. That's the answer. But what it is I want to do, I get to explore those things. So my why is very, very simple. I want financial freedom. I want time freedom. I want the ability to do whatever I want. And I don't want to answer to nobody but the I, the R, and the S. If it ain't that, we ain't got nothing to talk about. So that is my why. This is my channel. I will be doing things on here more often because I feel like I need to reach back and share because I didn't have I didn't have this. I didn't have this when I started. And I know that somebody is going to be getting into a trading journey and they'll come across this and they'll want to see this and more content like this from me. And I'm gonna deliver because it's my way of giving back until I can give back more. So I look forward to making more content and thanks for watching this video. I guess is the part where I say like and subscribe. Yeah, this is the part where I say like and subscribe. I swear to God, I never thought I never thought I'd be this person. Never thought I'd be this person, but here we are. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Peace. I don't know.